Hello everybody, where we left off we were talking about Flappy Bird and gravity. So when we hit the space button it looked like our little bird would start falling. Now what I want to add in is control over the pipes. But first, a little bit of cleaning house. One thing I noticed is that when I was testing this out, the pipes would lag a ton. And after doing a little bit of testing, I found out that that's because of the way the pipes are being rendered on top of this background. And if you get rid of the background, it moves a lot smoother. For example, let's just, without pipe movement, run our program. I'm going to hit space, and it looks like our bird is a little laggy, but it's okay. Let's get rid of the background now and see what happens. Go into background image, clear. Okay, and then I run it now, and our bird runs so much smoother. So the problem is I still want to have a background in there. So what I need to do is I need to add in a picture box to take the place of my background. Weirdly enough, the computer doesn't seem to mind rendering the picture box, but does mind running the background. All right, so let's create a picture box. Here's my picture box. Let's change it to size mode stretch image. And then, honestly, I'm just going to leave this as picture box 1 because we're not actually going to do any code with it. Let's change the image to our background. So I'm going to find that in my local resources. It's going to be, where is it? Flappy Bird, or Flappy BKG. Okay, and then I'm going to right click it so that I can send it to the back. That way it's behind everything, almost like it's a real background. And I'll drag it to the corner here and then grow it until it covers my whole screen. And then through testing, we see that that huge amount of lag is gone, which is awesome. And we still get a background in there. So pretty darn happy with that. One other change I made was that in the off time I spaced out these pipes a little bit better, so that you're welcome to do that. So pause the video now and fix the pipes. I also got rid of pipe 5, so top 5 and bot 5 are gone. All right, now we're caught up. So I want to get the pipes moving this time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my toolbox. I'm going to create another timer. This timer is going to be controlling my pipe movement. And so I'm going to call it that. Pipe MVT for pipe movement. I'm going to keep the interval. Let's make the interval 50. Play around with it. See what you like. And I'm going to keep enabled false so that until I actually run the program, the pipes aren't moving. So in our code, when we hit that space button, not only do we want to start gravity, but we also want to start our pipe movement. So pipe movement dot start. All right, I'm also going to fix one more thing that I noticed that I wasn't super happy with. When I first hit space, the bird doesn't jump, it just falls right away. And I think the reason why that's happening is we start with our vert speed being 0, when I really want to start with our vert speed being whatever our initial jump was. Let's try that. Yep, there we go. All right. We've got a lot more control. Looking good. All right, awesome. All right, now let's actually get the pipes moving. So let's create a pipe movement event by double-clicking, and there it pops up right there. And I'm also going to create a little custom method down here. I'm going to say private void. I'm going to call this, I struggled to come up with a name for this earlier. I'm just going to call it pipe mover. And pipe mover is going to actually take in an image, take in a picture box. I'm going to tell it picture box, and I'm going to call this picture box pipe. What we want to have happen whenever we call pipe mover is to move whatever pipe I plug in a little bit. Let's decide how much we want it to move. So I'm going to create another variable here. I'm going to say private. This one's going to be an integer. And this is going to be my pipe speed. There we go. Pipe speed, and it's going to be, it could be whatever we want it to be. Let's start with 20, and then we'll probably adjust that later on. All right, and then what we're going to do is move pipe. So I'm going to say pipe.location equals a new location, new point, and it's going to be the old point, so pipe.location.x, and then same for pipe.location.y. So we want the y part to stay the same. We do want to move x, though, by our movement, or by our pipe speed. Because I want the pipes to move towards the bird, like this, I'm actually going to be subtracting off their speed. So x minus pipe speed. Right, and right now our pipe mover is not actually being called. So in pipe movement, I actually want to call our pipe mover. So I'm going to say pipe mover, and then let's just for now put in our first pipe. I'm going to call this pipe, or this pipe is going to be the top one pipe. When I hit space, it should start moving top one. All right, great. Honestly, moved a little too fast though. So we may have to adjust that a little bit. But let's get the other pipes in there too, because honestly the lag might fix it as well. All right, so I've got now 4 top pipes and 4 bottom pipes. Let's Control F, and then the word top is going to be changed to the word bot. Boop. All right, now everything should move, and then we'll adjust the speed a little bit. All right, run it, hit space, and we see they all move in unison. Honestly, it is slightly laggy. But now the pipes are gone. So our issue now is we want to, as the pipes get off the screen, so when the pipe's X value gets below 0, or I guess I'll actually probably make it below 100 so that it's completely off the screen. But when the pipe is completely off the screen, we want to teleport it back to over here. And then what we'll do is let me get rid of this. We'll actually shorten up the screen so that you guys can't see, or the player can't see, where the pipe is being teleported to. All right, so let's get that set up. In our pipe mover, it's going to say if our pipe dot location dot x is less than -100, so 100 off the screen, then I want to reset the pipe location. Let's put that right here. But instead of having a strange x value, I'm just going to set it to a number, maybe 900. So basically, when the pipe hits or goes past the edge here, it's going to teleport back to the front. And so all the pipes will stay on there. Let's see what that looks like. Space, and then we see it starts teleporting. Honestly, our pipes are moving too fast, and it teleported too close. All right, so let's adjust that. So our pipe speed is too fast. Let's make that 10. All right, let's run it. Okay, pipe speed much better. All right, and it's still teleporting a little too close. So let's, instead of this being 900, make this 950. And depending on how big your screen is, you'll have to dial this number in separately. You'll probably use a different number than me. Oh, that's pretty darn good. Okay, and then, check this out. Honestly, this is a really cool effect. If I drag this in to like right here, check this out. I run it, and it looks Like there's infinitely many pipes, and I just keep seeing more and more pipes. Something I am going to need to adjust is our jump height, because I feel like that's too close. All right, so let's adjust our jump height a little bit. We want our jump height to be a little slower. Maybe let's make this an 8. All right, because I want this to be possible. Okay, so I do that. Okay, jump height's a little better, but I think I want gravity to be more responsive. So what I think I'll do is I'll make gravity's effect stronger. I think that was in here. This 0.5 is how strong gravity is. Let's make that a 7. I might mess with that number quite a bit. Okay, we see we start kind of falling like a rock pretty quick. All right, I kind of like that. All right, and I would have died there. But this is pretty good. All right, so I think I'm going to leave it there. All right, in our next video, what we'll do is we'll try and randomize these pipes a little bit. The pipes are always coming in at the same height, and that's no fun. I want the heights to change, and I want it to be somewhat random. So that'll be what our next video is all about. Tune in next time.